Hello, everyone. In this video, we'll look at a very cool low-tech assistive technology device. It's called Tablift, and it makes working with mobile devices such as tablets or even phones very, very easy for people with disabilities, especially people who have arthritis or back pain, neck pain, or they have to be resting in bed for a prolonged period of time. So anyone who for whom handling a tablet or a mobile device with their hand is not very easy. So let's see what Tablift is all about. You can probably tell by just looking at the front of this box that Tablift is basically a tablet stand, and it's intended to bring some sort of a hands-free experience, so to speak, when it comes to mobile device usage. It's a very light device, and if we look at the inside of the box, which I will open right now, so we have two things basically. One is the um, Tablift itself, which as you can see, it bends. It's a bendy product, so it makes storing and carrying easier. And then there's also this little uh, set of instructions, which they seem very simple, but just so you know, this is something that I missed the first time as well. They do show instructions here about how to adjust it to use it with smaller tablets, and we'll see how that's actually very important. We'll come back to that. But if you look at the tablet right here, so here I'm gonna take this box away, and what you basically do is you use it on any surface, right? So you can expand it like that. So it has four legs, and you can expand it to suit any of the surface that you're using. So here I'm on a desk, and I'm gonna just set it up so that it sits nicely, um, so that it's able to secure my tablet as I start using it. So now that I have this, you'll notice that it also has this little band with a plastic clip, and this is what actually secures the tablet on the stand. Uh, on the stand also, you will see that it has three different slots, and each slot basically it provides a different angle, so for the tablet to rest. So depending on where you are, you may either want it upright or at a certain angle. So these three slots help you with that. So now that we have our stands in the middle slot, all right, so, and here, let me just move this on the side here so you can see. Um, it's in the middle slot, as you can see, and I'll rest it there, and I just bring the band and extend it up so that it just like fits snugly on top of the tablet. So you can see this is how the tablet is secured now, and it sits really well. It's pretty sturdy. It doesn't really move or shake, so that's really nice. And now it's set up for me, right? So I may be sitting in a chair as I am right now, or I may be in bed, or I may be on the couch, but anywhere I am, I can rest this with this tablet on any surface and start using my tablet. So uh, I can just start my tablet here and do whatever I usually do with it. So I can either read a book. So here I am, reading a book, scrolling, swiping, whatever. I can watch YouTube. I can watch Netflix. I can read comics. I just use it now without really holding it in my hand. So extremely beneficial. And what really helps here is, again, anyone who has arthritis or motor skill issues, who have problems holding this with their hand, they can use this Tablift and help their arms or their necks rest and you know use it hands free. Now, obviously, you can use Tablift to get a hands-free experience wherever you are. So you can use it just with the tablet, or if you're working on a computer, let's say, just the way I am right now. So you will see that I have my computer right here. So what I can do is, well, first stop struggling with the webcam. I can use this Tablift as a way to use my iPad as a second monitor, right? So now what's really nice about this setup is that I have my computer right in front of me. And so I have my primary monitor, but then at my eyesight, at my eye level, I have a secondary monitor as well. So what's really nice about this is that my iPad is not resting on the surface here, which means I don't have to look down and probably hurt my neck. And that may be an issue to begin with if I already have neck issues, right? So this makes for a very nice arrangement where I have another monitor, a secondary monitor, just at my right eye level, and I can obviously adjust it. So if this doesn't work for me, I can adjust it through either putting it in a different slot or moving the legs. But it just adds more function to what I'm doing already by creating another monitor for me. So now that we've seen how it works with a bigger tablet, which was an iPad Pro that I showed earlier, let's see how it works with smaller devices. I don't have a smaller tablet per se, but what I did do was I tried it with my phone right here, and it works really well with the phone as well. Now, if you look at the instructions, it doesn't really say anything about phones, but just so you know, it does work. Um, just be careful when you use it with a phone though, because this is obviously a smaller device. But I just want to show you how it works with phones also. So in order for it to work with a phone or a smaller device, what we need to do is we need to make this with little band a little shorter. Okay, I'm gonna loop it through right here and then pull it out. So now what happens is the band becomes a little shorter, which means that it's now ready for smaller screens, right? So if I want, I can just use it like that and secure my phone if I want. But just so you know, even if you don't use the clip, it does sit very well, so it's just stationary and it has a very good, resting place here on the surface. But I can secure it anyway and then just use it just like I do with any other uh, tablet device. Another thing Tablift does really well is taking selfies. I tried it with my phone in this portrait orientation, and it did a good job. So all you have to do is, well, first of all, taking a selfie involves someone holding their phone in their hand and then having it at a certain angle and then taking a photo or a video. Now obviously this involves keeping the phone steady with your hand, and you can imagine that if anyone has issues with their motor skills or they have pain in their hands, this aspect right here may not really be possible for them, or it may be a very painful experience. So in order for someone with arthritis or any sort of neck to be able to take selfies, all they have to do is rest this in the middle slot, and I've seen that it works fairly well with the middle slot, and then just take a selfie, right? So what I'll do now is I'll just open my camera. There you are. And notice how I'm touching it very softly. So that is something you'll have to be careful about, because the band is not, it doesn't secure the phone very well when it's in this portrait orientation. So all I'm doing is I'm just resting this phone in the middle slot. Okay, so it's just sitting there right now. It's not really secured. But if you touch your buttons softly, you shouldn't have any problems. So now that I have my camera, all I do is I say smile, and there it is. There's my selfie right there. So another utility that it can be very helpful for anyone with disabilities who have issues with using their hands for like taking photos or videos, etc. So there you have it. You now know what Tablift is and what Tablift does. Do check it out on their website. Go to, here, let me shrink myself first. Go to tablift.com and read more about it and look at some of the testimonials that people have written. The the tab lift really is a great way to relieve your hands to do something else rather than holding your iPad, things like that, right? So obviously it does a very good job of that. You can buy Tablift from either their own website, or you can go to Amazon. There may be some other online retailers who have Tablift as well. But yeah, try it, and if you know of someone who can use this, who can find this helpful, share it with them. And if you or anyone else uses it, let us know how it goes. Post it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.